Welcome to the fourth session of the Career Ready curriculum. This is the final session of a four-part training programme designed to support young people as they prepare to join the workforce. To those of you who are just tuning in, my name's Hannah and I'll be taking you through the session today, which is focused on the all-important interview stage. A quick reminder of what we have covered so far and what we will cover today. In our first session, we kicked things off by focusing on goal setting. In the second session, we looked at how to build your personal brand. Session 3 was all about mastering the ins and outs of job applications, from crafting a professional CV to writing a persuasive cover letter. Last but not least, today we'll focus on the interview stage. We will be going through practical hints and tips to help you prepare effectively, ensuring you're ready to shine when it's time to showcase your skills and experience to prospective employers. The Career Ready curriculum includes quizzes, opportunities for reflection and time for practice. Whether you prefer to participate solo or enlist a friend to bounce ideas off each other, both approaches are perfectly okay. Landing an interview after you've submitted a job application is a huge achievement. As you prepare for your interview, it's normal to feel a mix of excitement and nerves. Job interviews are your opportunity to showcase your skills, personality and enthusiasm to potential employers. They're also a valuable opportunity to form human connections with your interviewer and showcase your personality in a way that a cover letter or CV simply can't. Ultimately, you want to leave your interviewer with the impression that you would be a great person to work with. While it's okay to feel nervous, proper preparation is key to feeling confident and making a positive impression. In this video, we'll explore strategies to help you prepare for and approach job interviews with confidence. Let's start with a quiz of interview do's and don'ts. For each of the questions, pick an answer and reflect on why you chose that answer. You are interviewing for a role with a local charity and are asked, do you enjoy helping people? What would be a good answer? The correct answer is C. Yes, I do. I volunteered to support my community. For example, I've helped my elderly neighbours with their shopping during COVID-19 to keep them safe. The learning here is that you should always give a relevant example when answering a question, even if not asked directly. In this case, A is wrong because you need to showcase your willingness to help people with examples, and D could do better because there's no specific example. Revisit and familiarise yourself with your CV and cover letter before the interview, so that you have examples of your experience, skills and strengths in mind that you can use in response to different questions. How should you answer, tell me a bit about yourself in an interview? The correct answer is B. Tell the interviewer about your background, what got you interested in the career or company you're applying for, and show how you are a good fit for the position. The learning here is that you must keep your answers relevant. Answers A and C are wrong because they're not relevant to the question asked. You should also avoid revealing unnecessary personal information in your answer. When preparing for an upcoming interview for your first office job, which resources would be appropriate to use? There can be more than one right answer. A, B, C and D are all correct. The learning here is that you should use all available resources to prepare yourself, but maybe not random people in the street. You are asked a complicated question that requires more thinking before you can answer. The interviewers are looking at you, waiting for a response. What should you not do? The correct answer is A. You should not respond as quickly as possible to show your interviewer that you know every answer. The learning here is not to rush to answer a question if you're unsure. Take your time. Instead of leaving a long silence, you can let your interviewer know that you are considering the question by saying something like, "That's a great question. Let me take a moment to gather my thoughts. You are interviewing for a position at a cafe, and the interviewer asks you if you have any experience making coffee. You do, but only at home. What should you not do? The correct answers are A and C. You should not pretend you're a world-famous barista. And you should not say that you have no experience at all, as you've never been a barista before. The learning here is not to pretend to be someone you're not. Build on your experiences and genuine strengths. You should always leverage any type of experience you have, even if it's not matching the role 100%. Showing willingness to learn is also very positive. You applied for a job that you really wanted, but didn't pass the first interview. What should you not do? The correct answer is A. You shouldn't get discouraged and stop applying for similar types of jobs. The learning here is not to get discouraged if you do not succeed straight away. It's totally normal to feel disappointed if you don't get the job you wanted, but it's important to not let it get you down. Rejections are a part of life, and they can actually teach you valuable lessons, so try and view it as an opportunity for growth and learning. By staying resilient and persistent, you'll be able to bounce back from setbacks, keep going, and eventually find the right opportunity for you. Just remember, every no brings you one step closer to a yes, so keep your head up and stay determined. Now you have completed the quiz, hopefully you feel more familiar with the do's and don'ts of job interviews. One of the best ways to boost your confidence for a job interview is by practicing common interview questions. These questions often come up in various forms during interviews, so taking the time to prepare thoughtful answers is always a good idea. In this exercise, we'll explore some of the most frequently asked interview questions and provide tips on how to craft compelling responses. By practicing these questions, you'll not only feel more prepared, but also better equipped to showcase your skills and experiences effectively during your next interview. A very common question at interview is, tell me about yourself. This question is your chance to steer the conversation in a direction that highlights your strengths and experiences. Make sure to take advantage of this opportunity by focusing on the aspects of your background that are most relevant to the job you're applying for. Avoid going into unnecessary detail or sharing unrelated information. You should aim to keep your answer between 2 to 3 minutes long to ensure you provide enough information without overwhelming the interviewer. Provide a brief overview of your educational background, highlighting any relevant coursework or academic achievements. Then, discuss your interest in the field and how it aligns with the job you're applying for. Finally, touch on any other relevant experiences, such as part-time jobs, internships, or volunteer work that demonstrate your skills and abilities. Remember, this question is often your chance to make a strong first impression and set the tone for the rest of the interview. You could pause the video at this point to think about how you would answer this question and practice with a friend. Why should we hire you is a good opportunity to convey your genuine interest and enthusiasm for the job you're interviewing for. It's also a chance to demonstrate your understanding of the job requirements by summarising what the company is looking for in an ideal candidate. This shows that you've done your homework and are genuinely interested in the role. A good way to highlight your fit for the role is by providing 3 compelling reasons why your skills and experiences make you the perfect match for the position. Draw upon specific examples from your background that align with the job responsibilities and requirements. Whether it's relevant coursework, previous internships, or transferable skills gained from part-time jobs, emphasize how you can add value to the company. In addition to discussing why you're a good fit for the role, express why the company and the position excite you. Highlight aspects of the company's culture, mission, or recent achievements that resonate with you. This demonstrates that you're not just looking for any job, but are genuinely interested in contributing to the company's success and growth. Pause the video at this point to practice your answer. A more difficult question is, what are your weaknesses? First, remember that everyone has weaknesses or things they can improve on. This is an opportunity to reflect on genuine areas where you have room for improvement. A key tip is framing your weaknesses in a way that shows you're actively working to improve them. The best answers to this question maintain a positive tone, reflecting on a weakness and giving practical examples of how you're actively trying to improve and grow. An example of this is, I would say one of my weaknesses is that I sometimes struggle with time management, especially when I'm juggling multiple tasks or deadlines. However, I've recognised this as an area for improvement, and I've been actively working on implementing strategies to better prioritise my tasks and manage my time more effectively. For example, I've started using time blocking techniques and setting daily goals to stay organised and focused. I've also been seeking out resources and advice on time management to continually improve in this area. I believe that by addressing this weakness head-on and developing stronger time management skills, I can become even more efficient and productive in my work. This answer demonstrates self-awareness by acknowledging a genuine weakness, time management, shows initiative and proactivity in addressing it, and highlights a growth mindset by focusing on continuous improvement. However, make sure to choose your weakness wisely. Select a weakness that's relevant to the job but not a critical aspect of the role. This shows self-awareness without raising red flags about your ability to perform the job. We are almost at the end of our training session on job interviews. However, before we finish, we wanted to touch on something called reasonable adjustments. By law, employers must make reasonable adjustments for job applicants or interviewees if they are disabled. Reasonable adjustments are accommodations made by employers to ensure that individuals with disabilities or specific needs can participate fully and equally in the recruitment process. Nobody has to tell their potential employer they're disabled, but if someone requires reasonable adjustments, it's advisable to communicate this with their potential employer. Talking with a potential employer allows them to make appropriate arrangements, ensuring a fair and accessible recruitment process for everyone. For example, someone might need the application form in a different format, wheelchair access for an interview, or more time for an interview test. Thank you for watching the final session of the Career Ready curriculum on preparing for job interviews. Remember, job interviews can be nerve-wracking, but with the right preparation and practice, you can approach them with confidence. Throughout this programme, we've covered essential topics such as goal setting, building your personal brand, writing CVs and cover letters, and interview preparation. We hope you feel better equipped and more confident in your abilities as you take the first steps into the job market and towards achieving your goals. As you embark on your career journey, know that learning is a continuous process. Feel free to revisit these videos and explore additional learning resources on our website at mutualventures.co.uk/career ready. We wish you the best of luck in your job search and future endeavours.